Hello everyone, Trace Lawler here. So I wanted to talk to you about how important Maximo and Nivel was during my trip, because I will show you what my trip ends up looking like without Maximo and Nivel. This is exactly what most of my trips end up looking like. I know it's kind of sad, but at least it's like I made it to the Philippines. I got a hotel room in Marco Polo. I got to hang out mostly in Marco Polo. During my Philippines trip, I got to travel everywhere because I'm from there actually. So that's a lie. But, a lot of my trips do end up looking like this. This is what my trips end up looking like for the most part. I went to Ottawa, Canada. I stayed mostly in my room and played on my tablet. My friend kept telling me, go and do something out there because he was working. He was like, go explore the city. I was like, I don't have money. And even if I had money, like, I didn't want to just like leave. I didn't want to get lost. And then another time was Baltimore. He's like, go out there and do something, like go explore. And I'm like, I don't want to get lost. I just don't. And I had the same issue when I went to London with my ex-boyfriend. He was like, go take the red bus. And I was like, I'm gonna stay at the hotel restaurant and just eat fish. He was like, are you serious? And then where else did I go? I just gone to a lot of different cities over time, and I never really learned how to travel. I usually traveled with my mom and dad, and so now I need that guidance with what buses to take, how to take Ubers, how to get a new SIM card into your phone. Oh, my phone can't get a new SIM card because it's an AT&T phone. So how do I get a new phone? What is the best carrier for me to use? Oh, Claro is the best. And then I needed that place that was like, okay, we're offering Spanish classes. You can take Spanish classes. And it was like, oh yeah, great idea. We have these tours. Oh, okay, that's awesome. Because otherwise it's like I go to a city and I sit there and kind of just sit in my room. Like, if it was up to me, sometimes I would just sit in my room the whole time, play on my computer, watch movies, and then order room service. And that would be it, have a nice bath and just cuddle up in my nice bed. Maybe go to a nice restaurant somewhere nearby, and probably a Thai restaurant. Yes, that's what I always like. I basically all of my vacations like are spent just in my room, playing on my computer and watching movies, watching YouTube videos, watching TV, and then eating the same food that I always eat, which is Thai food, fish. Sometimes I can't afford all of that, so it's just like chicken nuggets and fries. With Maximo Nivel, I really was able to experience the culture, the language, the scenery, the wildlife. There should be a list somewhere that goes over, like, if you go travel, you must experience food, culture, language, wildlife, scenery, make lots and lots of friends. I usually don't make that many friends when I go traveling because it's like, well, how do I meet new friends when I'm traveling? Because I don't meet people easily, I don't just randomly strike up conversations with whoever is around. I usually don't. Most people strike up conversations with me, and so I don't make that many friends. But with having Maximo Nivel as my guide, I was able to make lots of friends, not only, my classmates, my fellow volunteers, my host family, the girl that was staying with me at my host family's house, all of that. Like, that was, such a cool thing to be able to have. Like, the girl that I stayed with at Granadilla, she was a really, really cool roommate. I really, really liked her. And then the fact that, like, Maximo Nivel helped me get not only to San Jose and like stay in San Jose and have a good travel experience there, but they also helped me find, a new program for me in Manuel Antonio, which is another city. I really got to experience Manuel Antonio because of Maximo Nivel. Like, I never would have tried whitewater rafting were it not for Maximo Nivel and my roommate. And so, like, yeah, you can get so much done because of a place like Maximo Nivel. The next thing that's going to happen in the future is that Maximo Nivel is going to help take me to Peru, to Guatemala, if I ever, get a chance to. And so now, Maximo Nivel is going to be, in the future, Maximo Nivel is going to be helping me experience 2 new countries that I would have never thought about going. And not only just experience it by like, oh yeah, I get to go to Machu Picchu in Peru. It will be like, I get to make friends with my host family. I get to make friends with the entire Maximo Nivel staff in Peru. I get to make friends with my Spanish teacher, with my students that I'll be volunteering with probably. I'll get to see all of, like, wherever they're situated in Peru. I'm not even sure. I'll get to really, like, try the food because that's what my host family was serving me, and I won't really have, a choice to, like, just go off and, like, I don't know, try to find a McDonald's. So that will be really, really interesting. And for those, who could afford to go to 3 different places, because one of my TEFL classmates, she had enough savings and time to go to all 3 countries. Well, she got to go to, like, I think she went to Peru first, and then she got to go to Manuel Antonio in Costa Rica, and then San Jose in Costa Rica, and then I think Guatemala. So she got to experience all 3 countries. And a lot of people actually do that, where they do a Maximo Nivel trip for the 3 different countries. So, I wasn't lucky enough to be able to do that, so I couldn't. But yeah, having a place like that to go to is a really cool thing. IVHQ, that's another one. It's similar to Maximo Nivel. I wouldn't have found Maximo Nivel were it not for IVHQ's site. And I learned about IVHQ from 2 foreigners that I met in the Philippines who were there on a volunteer trip because of IVHQ, International Volunteers Headquarters. Back in 2015, IVHQ Philippines was in Kalinan, Davao City. And I got to meet someone from London and someone from Australia on a jeepney, because I was like, hey, where are you guys from? And they were like, I'm from London or England. It was somewhere maybe outside of London, I don't remember. And then the other guy was from Australia. And I was like, cool, how did you guys get here? And they were like, we are volunteering with IVHQ. You should check out the site. And so that's how I ended up checking out IVHQ. But most likely my next venture will be the IVHQ internship program with, working with dolphins in Greece remotely. So I would be doing that at home and looking at video footages at home of dolphins. So yeah, I love that, IVHQ Maximo Nivel is there to help you have a better experience overall. You really get the most bang out of your buck. I know most people say that about, I don't know, like cheap grocery stores. or cheap clothing stores. Most people don't really say that about, like a volunteer place that's also a school type thing. So, yeah, definitely really cool. So, check out Maximo Nivel and check out IVHQ.